This afternoon, following state guidance that we've been looking for, as you know, all bars, pubs, and nightclubs, they established that alcohol sales will be suspended today at 5 o'clock for a 30-day period. They also provided guidance that restaurants shall limit their occupancy to 50% of their current building occupancy, and that no parties greater than 10 shall congregate, and maintain a 6 feet separation from patron groups. Individuals also accessing our public beaches shall follow CDC guidelines by limiting their group gatherings of no more than 10 persons and by keeping the social distancing of 10 feet of a 6 feet separation. We are fully in support of this order and ask Pinellas County residents, visitors, and our establishments to heed this order and to work with us to make sure that all of our 24 cities, our Department of Health, Pinellas partners, and our medical professionals, that we implement reasonable measures to protect our public. We're implementing a number of these modifications into our internal operations to Pinellas County government. If you go to our website, if you're going to be accessing services, we ask that you look to see if those services are provided under their current form or to access as many of the online and over-the-phone functions as possible. Many of our operations will be curtailed or modified due to the coronavirus and taking the steps as directed or recommended by the CDC. We're also at this time announcing that our beaches remain open. However, we're working with the beach communities, the hotels, and the business owners to implement the CDC social distancing guidelines. This includes asking our visitors to practice social responsibility by maintaining the distances that we discussed. This means not gathering in groups larger than 10, keeping a distance of 6 feet from the parties, asking the hotel operators to spread out residents, chairs, and other types of beach activities to where we maintain these adjustments. We will continue to monitor and make adjustments accordingly as we implement these public safety policies. Today, however, I'm issuing a local executive order. Effective at noon tomorrow, we will continue with the state-declared emergencies, but all restaurants and other establishments licensed to sell alcohol for the consumption on premises shall cease serving at 10 p.m. This is one additional measure not covered in the governor's order that we think will help keep our residents safe.
We're asking for everybody's help, everybody's cooperation, and that the public help us to help them, and that they adhere to all of these recommendations. So this isn't targeting alcohol, this isn't targeting people that are out there with their families having dinner and going about their business, but this is about those people that are gathering in massive groups and where the spread of this virus has the greatest chance of occurring. So we don't want to have to take any enforcement action. We want people to do what is necessary and to abide by it. We're going to be educating the public and getting the message out to them, and hopefully part of that is this communication here today. But we just need people to realize, again, that this is a serious problem. It requires a serious response, and that's what we're doing. Definitely, this is one of the most challenging times that this could occur, is during spring break when our communities are just full of a lot of people and have a lot of tourists. We, at the same time, also need to be mindful and respectful of the business community and the effect and impact that this could have on those businesses. So it's definitely trying to strike a balance. We're trying to do the right thing. We want to make sure that everybody stays safe and control the spread of the virus. But at the same time, all of this, all of the, this phrase that has definitely been coined of social distancing, of all these other measures, have to be looked at against the backstop of community tolerances as well. And so it's trying to strike the right balance with all this. We're not looking to enforce any of this, but if people, for whatever reason, and I hope they don't, are absolutely defiant about it and refuse to abide by it, then we'll have to consider how we handle that. But I'm confident that the public is going to react appropriately. They're going to abide by the laws and by the orders that are in place and make sure that we all stay safe. That's what we want. So
the visitors are here, and so the reason the beaches are packed because people were here. Other venues were closed, and so people congregated at the beach. Before they get on a flight and they leave, they're going to be somewhere. They're going to be in our hotels. They're going to be at a point. And so we see occupancy that is significantly declines come Saturday. And so we're going to continue to evaluate that, work with our beach communities, and make those decisions as we move forward.
That this is not short-term. This is not what we see with any of the other situations that we really have ever dealt with. This is not 2 or 3 days. More likely, it's not even 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be an extended period of time, and so it's going to require a real change in lifestyle and some real differences for folks in how they conduct their lives on a daily basis. Look at all the retailers that are closed. Look at the gyms that are closing. And what people do, they're going to have to reconsider and do it in a different way, and have patience. Don't let those tempers flare. Don't get themselves in trouble. But remember, we're all in this together, and as a community, as a country, and we need to look out for each other, and all of these measures are intended to do that.
Yes, I think the greatest challenge for us is normally when we have a hurricane, we can turn to other communities for mutual aid. In this situation, we really can't turn to too many other people for mutual aid. And I just want to say that the State Division of Emergency Management has really been incredible about leaning forward, trying to get us resources, pushing those down to us. And a lot of the things that we're doing here locally is, so how do we pivot? How do we continue to work to support the community? And as the sheriff said, the message for the community is one of kindness and compassion. We have to look out for each other. So build those networks, reach out to your neighbors. If you're running to the store and you can help somebody else, let's do that. And if you have a need, let us know, or let somebody know, so we can find resources to help you. We do have our Citizens Information Center open, just like we normally do. We're at a level 2 up in the EOC, but what's different is we're doing a lot of work remotely. So we're doing a lot of work, but you're not seeing a lot of people in the EOC because, again, we're trying to protect one another. But there's a lot of great work, a lot of great collaboration, a lot of stories of hope, a lot of incredible things happening out there. We just make that appeal to everybody. Let's look out for one another, and if you have a resource, bring it to the table. If you have a need, let us know.